There is often an argument about how we are meant to live our lives. This argument started as a result of different approaches to life, and the results those approaches gives to life. Some people are extroverted, while some have introverted personalities. Previously, society regarded extroverted people as the most successful, but in recent years, the narrative has shifted, with more introverted people making headway than extroverted people. This kicked up the debate. What is the best way to live? Today, I want to take you on a journey that will open your eyes to the reality that every single human, including you, is born to be a lone wolf. And I will explain several benefits of why you should be a lone wolf. If we were to examine our society today, most people are not ready to be themselves again. Because they want to be successful at what they do, they tend to copy everything about one successful person they know. They copy their dress, copy their standard of living, copy their mentality, and copy their way of life. Even though learning from successful people is a good idea, several have lost the value that they have because they want to be like others while neglecting who they are meant to be. This is the major difference between a regular individual and a lone wolf. A lone wolf is not ready to be like anyone but rather himself, which is what you should also aim to be. If you want to be yourself while living in this world, then you should know that you are meant to be a lone wolf. To discover the 7 reasons why you should be a lone wolf, watch till the end. Being a lone wolf doesn't mean that you have cut yourself away from the world, or that you do not have relations with anyone. Rather, it means that you are no longer influenced by what society wants you to be, but instead, strive to be yourself. The following characteristics are some of the traits of a lone wolf you want to have. If you desire these features, then know that you are born to be a lone wolf. Lone wolves are less stressed than those working with a team. Because lone wolves work alone, they can plan their time based on what they want and how they want it. Their time is not competing with anyone's time, and they determine when to stop and when to start. Although some might count this as laziness, the truth is lone wolves know that working alone means they can handle a lot of things at once, which is why they work harder than those working with a team. The advantage is that they can stop when stressed and continue when they have rested enough. Those who work with a team cannot rest outside the time the whole team agrees to rest, which might not be in their interest. Lone wolves plan their time and stick with it, and they also get to choose how things are being done. Lone wolves have more time to think about their actions. It's crazy out there in the social world, and the truth is that most people do not bother about the outcome of their actions. Lone wolves always have time to reflect on the things they have done and know if their actions were the best and how to react better in any given situation. They know how to handle situations better because of this, compared to people who are always around a team and are criticized when they make mistakes that can affect their self-esteem. Lone wolves own their mistakes but also find time to improve themselves. Sigma males are more likely not to repeat a mistake because they would have sought a better approach. Lone wolves are more productive. Lone wolves know that the job will be done by them and no one else. They will work hard to make sure the job is done as soon as possible. One of the issues with those that are not lone wolves is that many of them wait for their colleagues to do things for them while the other colleague too may be waiting on them. The approach to the life of a lone wolf is productivity. Their tasks are based on time, and they put in all their energy to achieve them. Before starting any assignment or project, lone wolves would have mapped out the ways to achieve the project with ease. They know the time allocated to work, they know the time allocated to rest, and they know if the work is not done, they might not have time to rest. They want the rest, so they put out more energy for them to be productive. Lone wolves make better decisions. When it comes to decision-making, almost everyone's decision is influenced by the trend in society, which might not be the accurate decision to be made. Lone wolves don't fall into the category of people who make decisions because it is a social trend or because a celebrity makes that decision. Before a lone wolf makes any decision, he would have to critically analyze the decision and know what is best for him given the circumstances. Lone wolves will never make decisions based on social or environmental influence. They are rational beings and always seem to see the logic in everything before concluding a decision. When those decisions are made, they are hardly the wrong decisions, and if they are the wrong decisions, lone wolves solve their own mistakes and correct them. They believe making mistakes with decisions makes them wiser, and they get better at their decision-making. Lone wolves know how to take risks. Being a lone wolf means they don't do things the way others are doing them. They set their minds on a path beforehand, and not after it, even if the whole society is going in the opposite direction. Based on success and failure experiences, lone wolves seem to know when taking a risk is worth it and why it is not worth taking. Aside from the fact that lone wolves will not take risks arbitrarily, they will conduct thorough research on the risk they intend to take. They will not dive into any risk just because the world is diving into it. And they will not bother if they are the only ones taking the risk. As long as they are sure they did their necessary research and their instinct is giving them a green light, they will go ahead with it. They usually have more success than failure with their risk. Lone wolves have successful relationships. One of the major advantages of being a lone wolf is that all lone wolves spend quality time knowing who they are and what they want from life. They are not distracted by the definition given to living socially. Once they know who they are, they know the type of person they want to be around them. If they are to recruit anyone to work with them, they know the qualities they want and will not settle for anything less. They know how they want to relate to people and the kind of relationship they want. When it comes to romantic relationships, they know what they want and go after it. Society might go after looks, but lone wolves look more inward to find someone who will compliment him or them. Lone wolves are never carried away by looks because they know that is not all it is to live. They want a high-value life, and they know only high-value relationships can produce it. Lone wolves choose freedom. Every single thing in life is a demanding influence on our lives. Family, friends, social media, colleagues, etc. They all seek to control our decisions on one thing or the other. Lone wolves are the only ones free from this influence because the moment they choose to be lone wolves, they choose freedom. They don't worry about what other people say or what other people might think when doing what they love doing. They don't mind being judged and are not moved by it, so they will not judge others, but they will rather challenge themselves to get better every day. Lone wolves don't like it when people see them at the same level they used to be. They are not moved by what people say, but by the level of growth they have achieved for themselves. This is why even when people are not seeing the level of growth they have achieved, as long as they know they are growing, they are not bothered. They choose freedom from criticism and are not moved by it. We are all born to be lone wolves. We are all born to find ourselves first before going out into the world to display who we are meant to be. We are not meant to copy one another or be influenced by society. We are meant to be the ones influencing society with who we are. The ones who have gotten the best out of life are the lone wolves that we are all meant to be. I'm sure you would like to discover the 7 Sigma rules to be more charismatic instantly. Click on the image, and I'll see you in the next video.